Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we will be taking a look at the dying mall of the Denver region. This is Southwest Plaza in Littleton, Colorado. This is a strange mall that on the surface should be doing alright, but with competition not too far away and the loss of many of its anchors, this mall has really started to decline and is very much struggling, and in my eyes is bordering dead mall status. So, let's take a walk through the Southwest Plaza Mall and see what it holds in store for us. To begin with the history, Southwest Plaza would open in 1983 at the corner of South Wadsworth Boulevard and West Bulls Avenue in Littleton, Colorado. Developed by Southwest Properties Venture, the mall would feature Denver Dry Goods, May Daniels and Fisher, Montgomery Ward, Sears, and Joslin's as its original anchors. The mall would begin with a great start, but would not be without facing competition, as South Glen Mall in Centennial and Cinderella City Mall in Englewood were all not too far away and were very prominent malls at the time in the region. However, Southwest Plaza would still manage to do well for Littleton, and more changes would come to the shopping center, as in 1987, May Department Stores, who owned May D&F, acquired Denver Dry Goods, and since the May Company already was operating a store at Southwest Plaza, they would sell the Denver Dry Goods building to JCPenney, who would open their store at Southwest Plaza by 1988. Southwest Plaza's success in the 1980s would continue on into the 1990s, and more changes would keep happening. As in 1993, May D&F would get converted to Foley's. However, more competition would arise around this time, as in August of 1996, Park Meadows Mall would open about 25 minutes away in Lone Tree, as Colorado's largest indoor mall. But Southwest Plaza was not going to go down without a fight just yet. In 1998, Southwest Property Venture would sell the mall to General Growth Properties for $64 million, and that same year, Joslin's would be converted to Dillard's, and more changes would keep happening to Southwest Plaza going into the 2000s. 2001 would see Montgomery Ward close their doors at Southwest Plaza after the entire company went out of business. However, that same year, the mall would receive its first of 2 renovations. This renovation would feature carpet on the upper level as well as glass railings with wooden handrails on the second floor. In 2002, original tenant Mann Theaters would get replaced by Colorado Cinema. However, the 5-screen cinema would close permanently in 2004 in favor of a location outside the mall. 2006 would be a pretty eventful year for Southwest Plaza, as the former Montgomery Ward space would be completely overhauled to make way for a brand new Dillard's building, and Dillard's would move into their new space that same year, and the former Joslin's building they previously occupied would get converted into a Dick's Sporting Goods on the upper level and a Steve & Barry's on the lower level. Also in 2006, Foley's would be converted into a Macy's during the May and Federated Department Store's buyout. In 2009 would see Steve & Barry's close up shop after a short 3-year run in Southwest Plaza, as the entire company filed for bankruptcy and went out of business. Going into the 2010s, Southwest Plaza was starting to struggle. However, owners of the mall, General Growth Properties, did not want to throw in the towel just yet on this place, and in 2014, they spent $75 million for the mall's second renovation. They would heavily overhaul and remodel the interior and exterior of the mall, giving us the look you see today. This renovation was completed in November 2015, and a cheesecake factory would open that same year to complement the mall's new renovation. And more changes would keep happening to try to save the mall, focusing on the entertainment side. 2016 would see Round 1 Entertainment move into the former Steve & Barry's space, and in 2018, Sequest Aquarium would open at Southwest Plaza, and shortly after that, Brookfield Properties would acquire General Growth Properties and they would take over for ownership. However, things would start going downhill from here. On August 6, 2019, Sears would announce the closure of their Southwest Plaza location along with 26 other stores nationwide, and the store would close for the last time on October 27, 2019. And going into 2020, Southwest Plaza would shut down for a couple of months during the COVID lockdown, and when the mall reopened, things would keep getting worse. on October 15th, 2020, Macy's announced that they would be closing their Southwest Plaza location and converting the store along with their Dover, Delaware location into a fulfillment center. By this point, occupancy would be going downhill at Southwest Plaza, and things would just keep getting worse. On February 4th, 2024, Sequest Aquarium would close permanently due to animals injuring guests and a much larger controversy, which I won't get into in this video, but after this video, you should definitely go look it up online and research about it because, to be honest, they are a pretty horrific company. In March 2024, Macy's would cut their fulfillment operations in Littleton and would completely cease operations at Southwest Plaza, leaving the anchor completely vacant. As of this recording, Brookfield Properties still owns Southwest Plaza, but the mall now sits at around 50 to 60% occupancy, and the future is very uncertain for this mall. Only time will tell what will happen to this 1.2 million square foot shopping center.
Southwest Plaza Mall is Littleton, Colorado's last mall, and unfortunately, it is now a dead mall too. The first time I ever visited this mall was in 2018 with my family and one of my friends. We were there to go to Sequest, a company I no longer support, which is one of the reasons many people went to this mall in general. This mall was struggling prior to the addition of this aquarium, and an attraction like this definitely helped attract visitors from all over the area to the mall. Once the aquarium closed, along with Sears and Macy's, this mall is straight up dead. The first few times I visited this mall, it was doing decent, if not somewhat thriving, but in my opinion, the loss of Sequest and Macy's really damaged this mall. Visually speaking, Southwest Plaza is not that interesting. It is a very bland, modern-looking mall with a mostly white color scheme, with the only interesting decor being a glass elevator and some wood in the skylights. The mall looked a lot better before the most recent renovation. This mall was renovated twice since it opened. In conclusion, it is really surreal to see a mall so close to my hometown go from doing okay to completely tanking.
Now, yes, I'll admit, this mall is a bit plain and a bit bland, but I actually kind of like this mall. Sure, there's not a ton of character here, but the parts that do have character make this mall feel really cozy, like the wooden accents and the skylights, and yes, there is a glass elevator here, but it's not the original one. But overall, this mall is super clean and super open and airy, and it makes this place feel very warm and inviting. However, this mall has one major issue in why I call this place dying, if not dead, and it's vacancy rot. Anchors are the big problem. Right here we're staring at the former Macy's, and there's also an empty Sears as well. Not only that, but inline occupancy itself seems to have gotten worse. I'll admit that this is not my first time to this mall. I've been here a few times prior to recording this, and during my first trip here in August of 2023, it was a lot busier then than it was when I filmed this video. On this trip I took in May when I took this footage, I called this place dead. Now looking at it, the occupancy is a little high to call this place straight up dead, but it is definitely dying and on its way to becoming a true dead mall. Management really has to do something to keep this place going. The vacancy rot is so apparent that even though there is still a decent amount of stores here, it's hard to not notice the vacant ones, especially when you know that Park Meadows Mall is only 25 minutes away from here. That mall and Colorado Mills, also not being too far from here, are really not helping this mall, but I think its big issue is its empty anchors and just its overall vacancy rot inside. But at the same time, this just shows how over-malled Denver really was, and still is. I mean, at the end of the day, Denver's had so many malls come and go, including Cinderella City, Villa Italia, Lakeside, South Glen, Westminster. I mean, the list goes on. And at the end of the day, there were other malls around those malls that killed each other. This mall was responsible, in a way, for killing Cinderella City and South Glen, but Park Meadows and Colorado Mills are now winning over this place, and those two malls alone are making this place struggle. But like I said, this mall's biggest issue is vacancy rot. I feel like this place would be thriving again if they could just get those vacancies addressed. Alright everyone, this tour is officially coming to a close, so with that being said, I would like to thank you all for watching my video tour of the Southwest Plaza Mall in Littleton, Colorado. If you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like as it greatly helps support the channel, and whilst you're at it, be sure to click that subscribe button and turn on notifications so more videos like this can come to more viewers like you. I have more mall content coming to the channel very soon with a lot more stuff you're not going to want to miss, so be sure to subscribe for more content to come your way. I also have an Instagram linked in the description with sneak peeks of future videos coming to the channel, and I think that's where I'm going to leave it, everyone. Thank you all for watching this video. Take care, stay awesome, and have a blessed day. I will see you all in my next video.